Hello and welcome. Today we're looking at another 2007 Gibson. This one a Les Paul Classic, and I took a little chance on this thing. It was a eBay auction that I won late at night, as I often look through guitars and things before I go to bed, and this auction was ending pretty quickly. And so I put in a bid. There were no bids on it at the time, which that was one of my first red flags. And I didn't have a lot of time before the auction ended, so I just put in a very low bid. And the next day I saw that I had won. And it was a very good price considering what I thought I was getting at the time. It's always a gamble when you're on eBay, but especially when they don't have a ton of great pictures. And that was another red flag of mine that, looking back, I should have noticed, but I didn't. And also the amount of pictures and the things that were contained in the amount of pictures were another one. So it is a beautiful guitar, and I've been looking for just a black Les Paul. I took the pick guard off. You can see in the pictures from the eBay auction that I'm going to share here what it looks like with the pick guard on. And it looks sharp, but just for some reason I think this particular black Les Paul looks good and better even without the pick guard. So yeah, these are all my pictures. Here come the eBay pictures. So you can see here it's pretty dark in these photos, and plenty of pictures of the top of the guitar, which is in pretty good shape. I mean, there's a lot of play wear and scratches and things, and you know, a few pictures of the headstock like that. And they did disclose these severe cracks in the back buckle rash, rather, not cracks. So they made a point to mention that there were a lot of scratches in the guitar. And this was one of the shots, the only shot of the back of the headstock. You can see, I think those are Goto vintage metal button tuners, which I do like that look, but they're not the most precise. And you can see as I'm homing in on this heel portion of the headstock there that you just can't see in these pictures what's going on. And the description was pretty light and did not mention anything other than the scratches on the back. It has been modified, but this was the one picture that I started looking at later and thought, okay, you can see there's trouble there. There's been problems. You can see that crack as well as the crease from the veneer of the headstock that happens when there's a headstock repair or a break. And these are the pictures that I took, and you can clearly see that there's been a heel joint neck repair here. It seemed like a pretty good repair. It was solid, not the most professional or touched up. I actually took some Beef House surgeon grade instrument toothpicks and some black nail polish and filled in some of the crack there. You could see a little bit of wood, and so I thought I'll just at least fill it in for now. And you can see on the other end too that it's a pretty good crack and repair there. Plays great, sounds great, but I contacted the person and they acted like they didn't know about it, so I thought there might be trouble, but maybe they didn't, or I don't know. I told them that it wasn't worth the amount of money, and I provided what I considered a pretty fair offer for a broken headstock Les Paul, and they refunded me a portion of the money. So I think I came out pretty well on this, and everything was fair, and the person was very amicable and pleasant about the whole transaction. But really, you have to disclose things like this and make sure you take a picture of every single inch of the guitar when you're selling something to avoid that kind of disappointment and potential problem. It's just a really nice guitar, though. Otherwise, I love these classics. They have some weight relief, and it's not as heavy as a typical Les Paul. I just played this thing last night with some guys jamming, and it sounds great, and it's really fun to play. It was strung with 8s, and I usually play with 10s. I've been gravitating towards 9-gauge strings, a little more on some of my guitars, but not 8s, and I've been enjoying how light they are. Here's some more of those severe belt buckle rash. I mean, what kind of belt buckle do you have to wear all the time and you don't notice that it's ruining the back of your guitar? I just don't understand how some of these get so severe. It's like a spiked belt buckle or something I've been worn with this, because it's even in the control cavity plastic cover there. So it's just, I don't know, kind of mind-boggling how that happens. But, I rescue guitars, and this is a home of wayward guitars that need a home. So I like this guitar a lot. I'll probably be keeping it. I'm happy with it. As I said, it plays and sounds great. The pickups have been replaced with Seymour Duncan pickups, and this is the guitar. Maybe you recognize the buckle rash from the out of phase wiring how-to video I did not too long ago. This was the guitar I did it in, and by the way, it sounds great in that middle out of phase position. I like the reflector knobs. I'm gonna leave those on. I dig them. We'll see about those tuners, but a really good looking black Les Paul. Just there's something about that look that I just really enjoy, especially with the zebra style pickups. There's a little crack on the bottom right of that output jack as well. So, this guitar has not been treated with kid gloves. It's not pristine by any stretch. So there you have it. Came out pretty good on eBay after that, and happy with the 2007 Les Paul Classic. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Take care of yourselves now.